The sociology of her mother's death. I thought my mother dead on too many occasions to count. 5 in days burst when wind was blowing any answer just beyond the bedroom glass. Or 7 in days burn when even a shriek from an electronic bird would have been an unimaginative relief. And an even more unimaginative shame. Reels of me slow in black, flooded pew eyes buttoning up, pity, hoping to mark the course of grief in its genesis in the rib which broke the back of every gendered idiom ever permitted to the assigned and unconvinced. But that was when I lived with her, when only a carpet the shadow of peach came to separate us, when I still had her, perhaps too much of her, that it soured in my mouth. I stood outside her door and asked, "Could you not have died just once for the sensation, the snapping of a cord used for tug-of-war and other games of singular strength, mastery and... oh, damn. Communication and shared labour." But now I am apart from her, this time between the romances of feudalism and industrialisation, returning home on steam and metal, workers coughing in my head. She has died, and where were you? Spending all her 4 forms of capital, that's where. Lubricating my way through galleries, oiling all her old Oxford friends, polishing her white skin, donning it all life long. And yes, lots of money too. Then her, waiting for me at the station, a murmur of that old mechanical solidarity. But I cannot walk, and she can. She cannot read, but I can. We organise ourselves this way, me a superstructure on her shoulders, shouting down directions. And so, somewhere between mine and house, I spoke at her on death. I told her to wash her hands and find value in the speech Oedipus made before the grove of Furies at Colonus. Oh, Theseus, dear friend, only the gods can never age, the gods can never die. All else in the world almighty time obliterates, crushes all to nothing. I learnt it by intellect, until by heart, and at last by gut. I wheeled it round and round, hands outstretched, hoping in years to come my voice would migrate north and pause outside her window to tap out silence. So, now that I am 2 agentic steps into the Kadam Lam Rim, and have dwelt on endings till I could not start my feet without them. Now that I have opened up all exit doors for doctors and let them stabilise the old serotonin bike. Now that I have laughed at all such explanations and turned doctors into soldiers with only a few letters, turned symbols into other symbols, and gone wild with wondering whether the war that made me ever really happened. What can I do but mourn her already? And what can I love but her already?